My first guest is a talented actress and director. Her documentary, Yo Soy Boricua, Pa Que Tu Lo Sepas, can be seen on IFC June 27th. Please welcome the lovely Rosie Perez. You look lovely tonight. Thanks for being here. Did I say that correctly? Yo soy Boricua, Pa Que Tu Lo Sepas.
That has to be the worst pronunciation I've ever heard.
I'm sorry, I'm an Irish guy from Boston. I tried.
Yeah.
I tried. I only had 9 years of Spanish. You'd think I could tackle it.
Oh.
I'll do my best next time. Now, first of all, congratulations. This is a big honor. You got your own float. Is that this right? At the Puerto Rican Day Parade.
Yes, we did. We had the Yo Soy Boricua.
I think I'm right. I think it's Boricua. And it's not Perez, it's Perez.
Yeah,
so anyway, you got your own float.
We had our own float, and it was me and Jimmy Schmidt and my cousin Sixto, my cousin Sylvia, my cousin Freddie, and...
That's great to just have a lot of your... That's a great... I've never been given a float on the Puerto Rican Day Parade. One day, but if they ever gave me a float, I would just want all of my family on it. I think that would be hilarious.
Yeah,
It'd make it more fun.
It was fun, and then we also had the some of the characters that are in the documentary, like Irene Cabrera and Crazy Legs and Babito Garcia, a.k.a. Cucumber Slice, a.k.a. Cuba Blah. And,
Boy, he tops Crazy Legs for a name. That's good.
Yeah, I'll say. And Tony Touch was supposed to DJ, but he couldn't, so we had DJ Eli. And it was fun, and we were having so much fun that we were dancing on the float, and it was going like this. And then all of a sudden, it started to teeter, and we heard... And everybody's like, oh, yo, chill. And we were so afraid that it was just going to fall apart.
So your float almost fell apart completely, is what you're saying.
It almost fell apart.
There's probably no dancing on the float allowed, you know? You're probably not supposed to start rocking out on the float too much. I mean, it would be nice. I think it would be good. It would keep me from being self-conscious, but, you know.
No, but you're supposed to have fun, and the energy from the crowd was amazing, and so, you know, but we really thought that it was going to break down, but thank God it didn't.
Now, in the past, you were in the Puerto Rican Day Parade, and you had trouble as well. Is that right?
Yeah. There was several years back, my sister Carmen and I were in a limousine to represent Aguadilla. And she was arguing with me as to who could be out in how you say, the sky roof?
The sunroof.
The sunroof.
Yeah, you want to peek through the sunroof. That's what, yeah.
Yeah. And she's a little, you know.
She keeps her hands far from her body. She's a mime. She measures cloth for a living. She's okay, yeah. Wide hips, yes.
Yeah, and so, you know, so I'm like squished like this, and she's out there, and then right in the middle of the parade, the limousine breaks down.
Breaks down?
It breaks down.
I've never seen that happen.
Neither did we. And we had to get out, and we had to push it down Fifth Avenue.
I love that.
It was humiliating.
Music playing, and you're just giving it. But that's nice. People must have liked that kind of. Must have been fun for them.
Yeah, they were like, keep it real, Rosie. I'm like, yeah, right back at you. You know, it was really hard.
Should have been like, come over here and help me push this thing. Keep it real.
No, well, they can't because of the barricades, you know.
Oh, right, okay.
They're afraid of the Puerto Ricans, so.
Right. Not me. I'm that way on the whenever they have the St. Patrick's Day Parade. I'm scared of everybody.
So am I.
Because everybody, I walk down the street, none of these people are Irish. Everybody just drinks like 10 gallons of beer, paints their face green, and starts throwing up in every direction.
Yeah.
And so I'm afraid of everyone.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I learned in the documentary?
What's that?
I got Irish in me.
You got Irish in you?
Yes. A Puerto Rican is comprised of the Taino Indian, Africans, Spaniards, Irish, French.
How do the Irish
German.
show up? Where do the Irish were in Puerto Rico?
Yeah, and the Dutch. Everybody kind of like passed through there because it's centrally located in the Caribbean.
Right.
And it was an island full of raw material, so everybody just passed through there.
So you and I are related, is what you're saying?
No.
No, that's not happening. No.
No.
I didn't think so. Well, let me ask you something. You're a very, very sexy woman. You are. And I'm just curious, were you always this way? Were guys, like when you're just, you know, when you were in grade school, high school, were guys always, you know, attracted to you? Were guys always chasing you all the time?
No.
No?
No.
What kind of, when you were younger, what kind of kid were you?
I was kind of a nerd and a tomboy.
We are related, yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah, I was kind of
I can believe that.
Thank you.
Yeah,
no, in school, I wasn't a complete, I sort of make fun of myself, but yeah, I had nerd qualities. Yeah, I wasn't like the star of the football team.
Right.
Nerd, yeah.
No, but I was a cool nerd, but I didn't.
Cool nerd.
Yeah, I was funny and people knew who I was. But
Right.
I just, I wasn't, hip.
Right.
And I actually from K through 12th grade, I kissed 2 boys. That was it.
Right.
And because the first boy that I kissed told me that I didn't have any skills.
He didn't like the way you kissed.
No, and he said I didn't have good tongue action, And,
oh, my God.
I know, it was totally humiliating, and he went and he told the entire block, and he told the school, and I was just devastated. And this friend of mine named Juan, he lived on the same block as I did, and he came over to me, and he said, I know that you're upset, but don't worry, I'll take care of you. I'll give you free kissing lessons.
That's a great angle. So I should have tried that.
And I was such a nerd. I was like, oh, okay. And so for an entire summer, I would meet him in the schoolyard. And oh my God, I can't believe my father's gonna watch this. He's gonna be like, oh my God.
I'm gonna kill that guy. So you would meet this guy in the schoolyard, and you would just kiss him for hours on end, practicing and practicing.
And he kept saying, we need more practice. We need more time.
Oh, wow. I admire this man. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll have more with Rosie Perez in just a second. Stick around. True. Yo soy Boricua.
Very good.
Very good. I'm getting there
good.
slowly.
Very good.
If I just keep coming on the show, and that's how I'll learn Spanish. I want to ask you, we didn't talk about this in the break, and we'll get to the movie in just one second, but you seem like you're in fantastic shape. Do you work out all the time? Do you constantly train? What's your regimen?
Well, I never really had to work out, I was kind of blessed, and then, when you pass a certain age, you're like, what the heck is going on with my body? And so I have to...
That was going on with me my whole life. I've always had, what's happening with my body?
Oh, no.
What is this thing? But anyway, so now, what are you doing? How are you working?
Now I have to do, like everyone else, I have to do the cardio, and I was on the treadmill. I can't do the treadmill anymore. I fell off,
You fell off the treadmill.
I fell off the treadmill. I was all into the music. I was listening to Beyonce, and I love her, and I think she's fantastic. And like how sometimes you just get lost and you start fantasizing you're her and everything like that.
Right.
And
yes, I do. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I do. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I'm like just, got me looking so crazy bad now, and bang, boom, fly.
So you miss, and then the most embarrassing thing about, and there's a lot of exercise machines where you can fall or something can happen, but on a treadmill, I think the most humiliating thing is that if you stumble and fall for any reason, it shoots you out the back.
Yes, it does. Yes,
so like you fall, you look stupid, and then it ejects you.
Yes.
And that's happened to me a couple of times. So I've been like, I said so crazy. And then you fall, not that song specifically, and then I'm fired. I am woman, hear me roar. Wang.
Right.
And it's embarrassing.
Well, yeah, what was more embarrassing that it was in my gym at home.
Right.
So I flew against the wall, and the only person that was there was my dog, and he just went...
He's like, oh, not good.
Crying for help was,
What I don't like at the gym is that there was this guy who told me, and it's not big weights, you want to use smaller weights and do lots of repetitions. So I'll sit there, and it's this embarrassingly small weight, and people have seen me. It's a weight that's like this big, and he says, like, you got to do like 90 of those, and I'm there going, and people come in, and I'm on like number 80.
That doesn't look like you're lifting
Yeah, but just,
weight.
I'm holding something that looks like a paperweight, and I'm going, and I just look like I'm like a scarecrow that I have no... I almost passed out during that, by the way. I'm going to be all right. Let's talk about the documentary. Okay. Yo soy Boricua, pa que tú lo sepas. And, I watched it today, and I was telling you in the break that it's very well done. It's also... I think a lot of people assume they know about Puerto Rico, Puerto Rican heritage, and then I was watching the movie, and I realized I don't know anything. It's extremely informative, too.
Yeah, and thank you. And I've learned a lot during my journey, and I'm still learning. And you know, and I've made some mistakes along the way, but my heart was in it 100%. And even on the Yo Soy Boricua IFC blog page, people are sharing more information. They're offering more historical facts to me, and I wanted it. You know, you left out this and you left out that, and I said if I put everything in there, we would have had a mini series like Roots.
Right.
You know, and hopefully one day that will happen. You know, so that but I had under 90 minutes. I could only put just so much information in there.
Right.
But just like you, I felt like a student as well. And
you have a lot of you're talking to. You have cousins. You have a lot of your family that you're talking to. But then you actually, you know, you go to the island and you present a lot of history as well. And
yes, and yeah, my family's in it. My cousin is very, very funny in it as well. And the biggest thing that I learned from this documentary is the issue of statehood versus independent or as is. And what I learned from that is that I don't think that I really have a right to fight for either way because I don't live there.
Right.
Although I am Puerto Rican and I'm 100% Boricua, I'm not an islander. And it would be like if I asked New Jersey people to pick my mayor of choice for their state. It just wouldn't make any sense.
Right.
You know, and that was very humbling.
Well, you know, the other thing is it's such a raw issue. I mean, people, it seems like you probably touched a nerve just talking about it in the documentary, and you don't take a position one way or the other.
I don't.
There are probably a lot of people that have seen the documentary who, you know, get upset or it touches that nerve in some way.
Yeah. Majority of the response is overwhelmingly positive, and people are really moved about it. And there's a few of the response that people get very angry. You left out this, and I don't agree with your position on that. And I didn't take a position.
Right.
You know, but all in all, like I was talking to my sister Carmen about it, I said, this is exactly what I wanted. I wanted to bring the issue to the table. I wanted to open up the discussion so that we can, you know, investigate it even further, and that we can give the people on the island and the people here in America the respect that is due to us. So they don't just see us as one thing. Like, let's open the debate. Let's discuss it with me, you know, but don't get mad at me because I'm the wrong person you getting mad at. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, let's figure out how we can make this work, because Puerto Rico is a United States territory. And it's a shame that the government of Puerto Rico ran out of money just about a month ago. You know, and if we are Americans, that we should be taken care of much better. We should be respected much better.
Well, it's clear when you see in the documentary, it becomes apparent how much America has gotten from Puerto Rico and from Puerto Rican people. And then you think, well, we can't just, you know, you said 50% of the people living there live in poverty. And you think, well, wait, so they're sort of part of us, and we've gotten so much from them, industry, and really made a lot of money off Puerto Rico, and you got to do the right thing.
Yeah.
So people should watch it. It's very interesting. Yo Soy Boricua, Pa Que Tu Lo Sepas will re-air on Tuesday, June 27th at 7:30 on IFC. Rosie, thanks a lot for being here. Always great having you on the show. Thanks for being here. Rosie Perez, Morgan Presso, coming up. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Stick around. All right, we are back. This guy's watching right now. West open and come back sometime.
Thank you.
Yeah,
very
so
much.
cool to have you here. Very nice.
Thank you.
Morgan Kressel, everybody. We'll take a break and we come back. Regina Spektor, stick around.